Blessings, everyone. Today, Spirit was very, very strong, and it's been a while since I was pulled to do the card readings, the oracle readings. But with the heart chakra opening today, Spirit was encouraging to share the crystal chakra bowl for the heart. They're just coming through with some beautiful messages, and I really felt compelled to share. And so today I'm doing the Angels and the Ancestors Oracle, and this is a deck by Kyle Gray. Absolutely wonderful energy. Not only is it bringing through the angelic realm, but it helps us to get in tune with our ancestors and some of the messages that they have been bringing through on their journeys when they were here, from the ancient ones to before time. And so with this, I say thank you to Source for allowing me to be this medium of light. And I ask the angels and the ancestors to please step forward to help bring a message for the highest good for all of us. Thank you. I'm so grateful. And then from here, I always shuffle the cards. I do a shuffle of 3. 1 embodies the energy of Source. 1 embodies the energy of Spirit. And 1 embodies the energy of Soul. And what this does is it aligns a trinity. And I don't know if anybody else has been experiencing that, but the number 3 has always been a major number that keeps coming into my awareness. And 3 represents the Trinity, which is Source, the source of everything. Some say it's Great Spirit, Creator, the universe. And then Spirit, our higher self, that is still in the unseen world, that's directing us here. It's the expression of the soul is number 3, and that is the alignment of Source, Spirit, and Soul, which is gathering all of the wisdom and all of the experience here, and is guided through our angels, ascended masters, ancient beings, starseed family, expressing Source through all of this into our higher self that lets it drip down into our soul so that we may navigate and tell the story of us here. And then what I do is I just kind of move the cards around, and Spirit will say which one to take. Sometimes it jumps out. It's always kind of the way, and they're saying to grab this one. It's come up. Lady, enjoy growth and reap the rewards. And as the energy pulls closer, they are making me aware of this apple with the star in the center. And what they're saying is to remember that as we journey here, we have the seeds of wisdom. And all of this is in the grand central sun, the star of our being, the very core of what we are. And it's unmistakable, it's undeniable, it's innate within us. This is the guiding center for us here. And the message, I've received this message before, and they want me to share this teaching that they've kind of nudged a little bit recently. I'm learning as I'm going along and sharing this, is that a lot of times when we think of intuition, we get confused and we think of the heart space, which is everything is processed through that beautiful space of heart. It helps us feel, it helps us navigate. Without emotions or feeling, we wouldn't know which way to go. But the intuition, that's always in the gut. That's always in the solar plexus. That is that innate knowing. That is that space that we bring into our heart space just to see, to test. The knowing comes in through the solar plexus, the core of what we are, the star of our being. And then we bring forth the heart space to see if this is resonating. It helps guide us on how to express what is in our core being. So the message that Lady is bringing today, there's so many different facets to this. She's also bringing my attention to her armband, which has the spirals of life. And as we navigate this, sometimes we go up the spiral and we're raising that vibration or energy. And also sometimes we go back down a little bit because we're in a space of maybe there's something that we have to revisit. Not because we didn't learn the lesson, but because we're always expanding and we're always learning. And sometimes when we revisit certain things, it's because we're in a different state of being. And we can see things we didn't see about a situation or a choice before. So we're getting almost that second chance, that third chance to understand something that made an impact in our lives. So although we're encouraged always to stay present in the now, to have the experience sometimes, not to see this as negative or positive, it just is, that we might move down the spiral a little bit. And that is an opportunity, rather than looking that we've taken 10 steps back. Explore the opportunity to navigate and understand something that we have already been through with a different awareness. And always go to that core, go to that grand central sun, that star of our being right in our solar plexus, and check in. Listen to that intuition, that gut feeling, that pull. And then ask the heart, how do we express this? How do we navigate from this place? And from there, the heart will ignite the soul to move. The brain, what does the brain do? What does the gray matter do in all this? We say the mind, the mind. The mind is figuring out the task. The mind is the beautiful tool. It doesn't sit and connect with the intuition to try to work on whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish. The mind helps the soul navigate forward. If it's something that we're trying to connect with, are we meant to get this job? Should we go for the interview? Should we submit a resume? We use our intuition. We're being drawn here. The heart tells us when and how to express this. How do we express this innate wanting of this job? The soul begins to move forward into this space. And then the mind creates the details. Let's figure out the best time. Let's look at the resume and make sure that all the punctuation, the grammar, and the spelling is correct. Do we have all the dates and the experience that we need on this piece of paper? And so when we allow this to work in accordance and understand that always the first step when working from the spiritual awareness, from this expanded consciousness, is to go within first and use that grand central star, that core of our being, as the first step in anything. And that trust, we have to build that trust. And building the trust goes with the spiral. Because as we spiral up and we expand in consciousness, we understand that we're gaining an experience that brings us back to that inner knowing. It develops that relationship between action and understanding. And as long as we always trust enough to navigate here, our ancestors, our guides, our angels, source, our loved ones on the other side will always be able to reach and help us through with these things. They'll drop these little seeds of wisdom right in our knowing. They'll help us feel that feeling so we won't forget. The emotions are so important with this because they are the basic navigators. They're the ones that pull us. They're like the magnet. They magnetize. They express. They explore. They're the ones that ignite that fire of are we going to go for the job that helps us work with handicapped children? Or are we going to decide to go to open the restaurant that maybe we can help people eat healthy? Wherever the heart is pulling, the intuition knows where to move. The intuition understands that first step. It's that phoenix rising. But the emotions in the heart let us know where it sits. So they're pulling their energy back. Lady is just smiling at everyone and saying that this apple has had the reputation for a very, very long time now. It's been hundreds of years as it's the seed of knowledge. In some cultures, it's believed that Adam and Eve explored the apple as they ate from the tree of knowledge, and that's when they became human. But it's presented to us in a negative space. Oh, now we're being punished, we're becoming human. But Spirit is saying, what this apple represents is the seeds of intuition. What happened was, when we bit into this fruit, the fruits of our labor, the fruits of our being, we recognized, we became self-aware. We became aware of consciousness, and we became aware of where to expand that space. And this wasn't a punishment. This was an opportunity of us coming into a lifetime, many lifetimes, to express source in a space of love. We are but a fragment of creation, and that's what we're here for. We're expressing Creator. We're actualizing all of these beautiful frequencies so that we all may create a story. And it's so exceptional every moment. There's so many times that we felt that maybe something was a negative experience or it's been difficult. And slowly, as we start to go into this navigational space between intuition, heart, mind, soul, we start to see what we're doing here. It really starts to become very clear. And that consciousness understands. And that's when life becomes lived very vividly. And every experience becomes wisdom, which becomes knowledge, and we share it. And so from this, I say thank you for allowing me to share this message. I hope this finds you well. Much love, everyone.